We're finally live after some technical issues, but we're finally here. Oh man, what a day. Trey, can you still hear me by chance? I think you're on mute on my end. You can hear me? Okay. Let's take him backstage for a minute.
I'm back. Sorry about
Okay.
that.
No, you're good. I thought I was having some technical issues. I just figured out my problem, so I'll tell you off stream after we're done.
All right.
Yeah, but on that note, I guess there's no other way just to getting right to the review. So
Yeah.
lead us off, Trey.
So we're reviewing The Mummy, which came out in 1999. And the premise is pretty simple. We meet Rick O'Connell, who gets hired to find the location of Hamunaptra. He has a map to it, or they have a map. And they go on this excursion, end up digging up a mummy. They find the Book of the Dead. Evie reads it. Mummy wakes up, and basically carnage happens. But that's basically the basic plot of the movie. I remember watching this movie as a kid, just always on repeat. I had this movie on. It's just so good. Great cast.
Yeah.
It's like everything what makes a perfect movie, right?
Yep. Agreed. Yeah, I first got introduced to the Mummy because I thought it was like, I was like, oh, this looks like Indiana Jones, and I watched it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, this is pretty good. So, this is probably freaking Brendan Fraser's best movie in my opinion. I don't know if you agree with that, Trey.
Yeah, it definitely has that Indiana Jones feel to it. I mean, Rick O'Connell looks like Indy kind of.
Yeah,
Similar colors. The music almost similar too.
Yeah.
I remember watching it as a kid. I weared out the VHS and the DVD.
Yeah, I've done that a time or two with some other movies. Yeah, so I feel your pain on that one.
Yeah, it's just because it's so good. Like sometimes I'd even watch it on repeat.
Yep, that's the one thing about digital that at least you can never like ruin the physical copy. I guess you can say.
Yeah,
that's the one aspect about digital media.
Yeah, you don't get scratch stuff.
Yeah, but I guess let's get into the plot and let's just get into it, Trey.
So, movie basically opens up. We get a like a flashback of we meet Imhotep, and he's having an affair with the pharaoh's wife, and it starts from there, and she ends up killing him.
The pharaoh.
Yeah, the pharaoh kills the pharaoh, and she offing herself. I'll just say it like that.
Yeah, you might want to repeat yourself real quick, Trey. Your mic completely just cut out for like good like 10 seconds.
She offed herself, basically.
Yeah.
And he gets her body and tries to revive her. He tries to use the Book of the Dead, but he gets found, and they all raid the tomb.
Yeah, and they buried the guy. What's the main character? The villain.
Imhotep. They buried Imhotep alive,
and his men.
Men. Yeah, and they dumped the scarabs, which you'll see later, because they come to play.
Oh yeah, those things, man, were freaking creepy. When I watch, like,
dude,
yeah, creepy as shit.
Like when I was a kid, man.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was a kid, I watched. It was like, the creatures remind me too much of spiders. Like I'm not like
I'm
not like those people like see a spider, I get all scared and shit. But just like your imagination starts to play wild with you. It's like, oh man, can you imagine like one of these like spiders would go into your skin?
And you see what these things can do later on. It's like, yeah, man, that shit got me when I first saw it.
Yep. It's like, nah, I'm good, fam. We're good.
Yeah. And then we jump ahead in time. This is where we meet Rick. I'm assuming this is World War One. They're having a battle in Egypt.
Yeah, it said 1923, so I guess that would check out, right?
Yeah. So, and they have a war. And while this happens, this is where we get a hint of it being
You still there, Trey? I think your mic cut out again.
God, I hate when I leave a thing, it fucking does that. But anyway, but yeah, I was you see a hint of it being cursed. You get that shot of the face of the mummy kind of in the sand. And then we see Benny, that little fuck.
Yeah. that dude was such a piece of shit character, dude. I hated that guy. It's like, yeah, I'm glad, spoiler alert, that you got your comeuppance at the end.
He gets his comeuppance because he closes the tomb because he goes into the tomb when the enemies are swarming in.
Yep.
And he closes the door.
Yep.
And
just a
then
slimy
that's where you
little shithead.
Oh, and you also get a shot of the Magi
in
the opening. They're kind of watching from afar. And
oh yeah, those guys, yeah.
And basically we jump ahead, and this is where you meet Evie and Jonathan, where bad day at work, where she knocks over all the bookcases.
Yeah, I think she worked at the library in Egypt, I believe. Or something like that.
Yeah, it was in Egypt. Library. I think it was Cairo. I think it was Cairo.
Yeah. So like, there's one scene in that shot when she's in the library, like she's trying to get like a book. It's on a different shelf and she's on a ladder. All of a sudden she falls back. All of a sudden leans back and goes forward, and all of a sudden all the bookcases starts to fall down like dominoes. Just hundreds and hundreds of maybe not all hundreds, like fall. Thousands of books probably.
Yeah, like all of them fall, dude.
Yeah, it was that domino effect. It's like, oh my god, imagine that cleanup. Oh my god, what a nightmare scenario.
But especially in the 20s with no like tech to help you lift it.
Yeah, like no forklifts or whatever. Just like you gotta do that shit by hand, like manpower. Oh man.
Yeah. So we introduced to Jonathan. He does a little prank on Evie, and he has the lock thing that we find out is for the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so he smashes the thing, and he has the lock thing, right, for the Book of the Dead.
Yeah.
And he also has the map to Hymenoptera. And he ends up taking it to her boss, who we are seeing early. That guy who I've seen in a couple of movies, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know his name. Like his first movie I got introduced to him was Mr. Deeds. He played the executive for Mr. Deeds' uncle's company. I can't remember his name. Was it Cecil? I think something like that.
Cecil, yeah.
Yeah. That was my first movie I ever get introduced to him as a character. So I kind of forgot he was in this movie. So,
and he burns the map by accident. Not by accident. You find out later. There's a reason he burns it. So they end up going to Rick, who's locked up in like a Egyptian prison, which I could not imagine being locked in an Egyptian prison.
No, especially in 1923. No.
Yeah.
Nah. That's no for me, dog.
Yeah. They meet Rick. He's all like disheveled. He has like his hair all long and stuff.
Yeah, just totally getting his ass kicked in prison by people. Like the guards just beating the shit out of him.
So he recognizes Jonathan because it turns out he stole that locket and map from Rick. And Rick punches him in the face, which was pretty funny. I thought that scene was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then she asked him basically, can you help us get to Hymenoptera? So basically the bargain is, if you can get me out, I'll help you search for Hymenoptera.
Yep.
And he gives her the good old kiss. He's like, do it, lady.
Get me out of here.
So they're about to hang him, basically. And then she convinces the guy who's imprisoning him, who I actually think he's another kind of funny side character. Not in it long, but
yeah.
And they bargain. It's like, I think it ends up at like what, 35%. He convinces, she basically tricks him into lowering the thing.
Yeah, she totally manipulated him. She used her
Yeah,
she used her womanly ways. I guess we could say
yeah.
women
So,
persuasion. I guess you can say. Yeah,
yep, persuades him to let free um,
Rick.
Rick, because basically he'll get a little bit of the take what they get from Hamanoptera. That's what was promised. So I think that's one thing too about this movie. This movie is paced very well. Like it just kind of goes, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's like, oh, well, we're here for like hours and on hours. Like it's okay. It's progressing pretty
No,
well.
it's progressing because now we basically get to when they get on the boat.
Yeah.
And this is where we see Rick all cleaned up, and you can tell Evie's starting to like him now. And this is where you kind of meet your secondary characters. Like you have a set of American guys who are working with Benny, because Benny's their guy to lead them to Hamanoptera. And they kind of make
Mhm.
like a gentleman's agreement kind of thing, that whoever gets there first gets first dibs kind of thing.
I think so. Yeah.
And this is where you have a little, I'm going to say it, man. Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz's chemistry in these movies is so good. Like, if I had to say, because I think the best relationship in film is probably Rocky and Adrian, but Evie and Rick might be second. They have such great chemistry together, even in this movie. Just the little scenes they have together. And yeah, then Rick sees Benny again, which I thought that was a little funny scene where he throws him overboard,
Yeah, just
gets his little
chucks it over
payback.
there. Yeah.
And Evie's in her room, and then one of the Magi guys break in and want the locket, not the locket, the fucking, I don't know, the turn thing. I'll just call it that. The turn thing and the map. And then Rick comes in. We get a big shootout with a bunch of the Magi's and some of the Americans. So they have to evacuate the boat because the boat's starting to catch on fire. And yeah, basically we get a funny scene with Jonathan, like, you Americans and your guns. And then the guy's coming at him trying to kill him. And then the
Yeah.
guy with one of the guys with the gun, give him, thank you. It's like he started appreciating guns.
Yeah. Jonathan was a great character in this movie, honestly. Like he
Yeah.
was great.
Comedy character, but it was the right amount of comedy because I
Yeah, it
feared
wasn't
this
over.
movie.
It
It
wasn't like
wasn't
Jar
over the
Jar.
top.
Yeah, it wasn't like Jar Jar Binks type of
Or
comedy.
think current comedy characters where you have a comedy character, which most of the time they're annoying as fuck. He wasn't
Yeah.
that. The
Yeah.
humor was the right amount, even in the second one, which we will be talking about next Sunday. Get ready for that. But yeah,
45th anniversary, by the way.
Yep. Even the other guy, the prison guy, he was kind of funny because
Oh yeah.
that scene where he has to jump in the fucking water,
Yep.
he's all pouting.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, they basically all get off the boat and they get on the river. And Benny's like gloating, I got all the horses. And he got fucking Rick coming back. Looks like you're on the wrong side of the river.
Yeah.
And then fucking Benny realizes, he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
So it goes to day, right? Like it's daytime now.
Yeah.
And they're getting camels. You got Jonathan arguing with the guy who's trying to sell him camels.
Yeah. That was great. That was funny as shit.
And he's like, well, you could have got a Rick makes a joke like you could have got a discount if you sold your sister. He's like, God damn.
Yeah.
And then we see Evie again, and she's like in this, like, I don't know what to call it. Robe. I'll just say robes to keep it PC up in here. And you could see like Rick, starts really getting attracted to her. I like how they're building this love story. It's not rushed. It's like small, like
Yeah, it's definitely taking its time. It's not like, oh well, here's this scene, like the next two scenes, they're already together. Like they're already
no, they're building
hanging
it.
and
Like
shit.
just there's scenes where they're like each just staring at each other, and you can tell the attraction's coming in slowly on both sides, right?
Yeah.
And so they get camels, and they basically them and the Americans race to Hamanoptera, which, by the way, really quick, The cinematography for this movie holds up, dude. It
Yeah, it's
is a
really good.
beautiful movie, especially like just the big long shots of like just the desert
Yep.
you get. Just looks awesome. So they race to Hamunaptra, and I think Rick's team wins, right? They get there first.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rick knocks Betty off the horse.
Yeah. Just deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they get there first, and Rick steals one of the other guys like tools, right?
Yeah.
To give to Evie, kind of setting up that relationship again.
Yeah, and he's like the one guy, and he's like, "Those are my tools. You stole it from me." And all of a sudden, like, I love the part where there's a gun off between those guys.
Oh yeah, we'll basically just jump because that's basically the next scene. So they
Yeah.
get into the tomb, and because this movie does kind of do the lot of false scares, so they start playing like this weird noise where you think it's something scary, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just the other guys, and they both have to pull out their guns. And then the
Yep.
one guy realizes it's his tool, and then he pulls up his guns. He's like, "Oh, I was mistaken."
Yeah.
I think they do that like 3 times because there was another time like we got here first.
Yeah. It's just a dick measuring contest. Like, no, we were here first. No, you no, and like all that shit. It was funny.
Yeah.
Like I said, we talked about before. There's a lot of comedy in this movie, but it's not comedy over the top. It's like it's scenes where it's like actually fits. Like it's not like a serious scene. All of a sudden, they just put like a modern movie, like a Marvel movie, right? With bad comedy. It's actually it fits well, and it's not actually like all up in your face. Like,
And nothing has happened yet, so it's almost okay to do the humor because nothing's really happened yet.
Right.
So they both decide to basically share the area. So the Americans find basically gold, right? They find like all the glasses and stuff. Before that, their people like who work for them try to open the tomb, and then like acid sprays at them. Which holy shit, that scene.
Yeah.
That shit still looks fucked, man. When all the acid gets onto those guys.
Yeah. There's oof. Yeah.
So they end up finding the art of and the book. They find the Book of the Dead,
and this is when stuff's about to go sideways.
Yeah, because while this happens, Rick, Evie, and Jonathan open up. They find Imhotep because Jonathan's playing like golf in the tomb, and then I guess he hits the fucking roof, and it just caves in, and that's when the Imhotep's tomb is there.
Yeah.
And then they open. Even as a kid, man, when you saw Imhotep all like, and he got them all saying, "Oh, he's all juicy and shit," it's like, oh.
Yeah. Ugh.
While this is going on, the prison dude gets lost. He finds gets to a part of an area where he sees kind of gold, right? Not gold, but like treasure, or he thinks it's treasure.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like scarabs, but they look gold.
Yeah.
But turns out there's just scarab beetles cocooned because one of them falls to the ground while he's trying to stuff them in his bag, and it comes alive, gets in his shoe, and gets into his skin. And this is where you basically see them do what they do. They eat you from the inside. You see him like all moving in his stomach. That shit always fucked me up, dude.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy seeing that scene. Plus, I've not seen this movie in such a long time, and seeing that I was like, oh man, I forgot about this crap.
Where you see just crawling inside, you're just seeing like this blob.
Yeah.
And so he's running, he's trying to get it out of him. He ends up hitting a wall, and we're left to assume he died, right?
Yeah, that's why I assumed. Yeah.
So they end up finding Jonathan finds his liquor, which is pretty funny.
Yeah. Finds the bourbon and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Him and Rick and Evie have a little moment again before I think Evie gets really drunk. No, I think that's jumping ahead because before that happens, the Magi guys show up. They're basically trying to ward off everybody, tell them to leave because I'll just spoil it. Spoiler alert: they're there to keep Imhotep from being raised, and they basically kill anybody who comes in Hamunaptra. So basically, they don't want to risk Imhotep being awakened. So
I think those guys were like, I could be wrong. Like, I think they were Muslim, right?
I think so. They don't really go into their religion. I'm assuming, but
Well, I thought he said in the. Well, I can't really spoil it to the end, but like, there's one thing I thought he said. Made Muhammad guide you. I thought that's what he said. I could be
yeah.
wrong, but yeah. But
So
that character is one of my favorite
yeah,
characters
he's
in the
so
movie.
good. Well, because if you recognize that actor, he's in Justice League. He's Doctor Fate in
Yeah,
Justice League Unlimited.
yeah,
He's a great actor. He has a really good voice, by the way. I wish he did more.
yeah,
He's really good in this movie. And the second one too. I love him in both movies. And they end up fighting with the Americans, and Rick takes a couple of them out, and then Rick grabs like a dynamite, right? A stick of dynamite,
yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
like threatens to light it, and then he's like, "All right, guys, we're gonna chill, but you guys got to leave,
Yeah,
leave or die." I think that's what he basically says.
yeah,
And basically, they both groups decide, you know what, we're gonna stick together, and they basically Evie kind of really quick talks about Imhotep's origins, about like how he got mummified and stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
And she starts drinking, and then you get a moment with her and Rick, which I always love, man, where she's all drunk. I am a library.
Oh, yeah, that scene was hilarious, dude. It was like,
It's
unlike my brother, I know when to quit. It's like, nah.
yeah. Oh, before that, she reads the fucking book, but she steals it from the other guy who I've actually seen in other movies. The guy with the red hat, who Tyler
Yeah.
hilariously pointed out looks like Dave Meltzer, and I cannot see it now.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, she takes the book, reads. So she realizes that Locke unlocks the book, and she reads out of it. And unfortunately, you see Imhotep wake up. Who, man, we got to talk about those Imhotep effects. How good does he look? Like when
Oh,
he's
it
in
looks
his
great.
mummy form. Like
Yeah, dude,
it
it's awesome.
still
It
looks
holds
good.
up.
Like every scene, he looks good. Even the scene later where he's like, after taking that guy's soul, he starts like slowly getting his body back. Even that scene looks good.
Yeah, dude.
And you could tell it was CGI.
Yeah, all this stuff like holds up still. Like it's still great.
Yeah, and it's 1999, mind you.
Yeah,
So he wakes up, and then a bunch of like is it locusts that show up?
I believe so. Yeah.
Because yeah, it's like the seven deadly sins or something like it happens.
Yeah.
So they get it back into the tomb, and the one guy with the glasses gets his glasses knocked off. And this scene is so scary. I really like how well they do it. Where he's blind and you can kind of see it be blurry. They blur the screen. So you're almost like seeing his vision.
Yeah.
And you're just hearing Imhotep roaring and stuff in the background. You don't know where he's at. And then when Imhotep's like right behind him.
Yeah.
And I like that they cut away. You don't actually see what Imhotep does to him. They just cut away.
Yeah. They just leave it to the imagination.
So the rest of the group get into like deeper into the tomb. But unfortunately, they have to run back because they trigger a bunch of scarabs to come out of the sandwich. That scene always scared me as a kid, dude. When they all come out of the sand.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
It's like fuck that. And there's like a bunch of them. You can't just like you can shoot them, but it's like you know how much ammo you have to use because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, dude. Like, nah, I'm good, fam. Like, forget that.
And those look good too. The scarabs.
Yeah, they still hold up. Yeah, like I said, all this stuff holds up pretty well.
So they Rick and Jonathan manage to get to the side, and then Evie like gets where she stands. Unfortunately, is actually a trap door, so she ends up falling through it, and she gets to the other side. And this is what you see, where you find the guy with the glasses. He's not dead. He just lost his tongue and his eyes.
Yeah,
and you see Imhotep have eyes and a tongue, so he could talk now. And he thinks she's Anax on the moon. I was trying to think of the name of his girlfriend he was. So Anax on the moon. And while that happens, we cut back to Rick. The rest of the Americans are running back because they're also getting chased by scarabs.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, one of the workers doesn't make it, and you see him get ripped apart in 2 seconds. Like
Mm-hmm.
he lays there. They all climb on him. Second later, he's just a skeleton.
Yep. He gone.
Like he got real quick too, dude. That was within like seconds,
Yeah, he did. Like,
and yeah, it was insane. I'm like, as a kid, like, what the fuck? That fast?
yeah,
He was just there, and now he's a skeleton. What the fuck?
yeah. Crazy.
So they managed to get out. Rick catches up with Evie. This is where they get a look at Imhotep. Rick kind of mocks Imhotep. He's like, because Imhotep roars at him, and he's like, he does a mocking roar back, and he shoots him with a shotgun. Not
Yep.
killing him though, just kind of stalled him to give him enough time to run away.
Yeah, the scream in that scene was hilarious. He was like, oh, he's like, oh, he just starts shooting.
Ah! And then he shoots him.
Oh man,
Dude, Rick is such a good kid. Like he's funny, man.
yeah, he's a great character.
So
like I said,
they all
I
get
think
out.
Brendan-
Yeah,
I think this is Brendan
really
Fraser's
good
best
character.
movie, honestly.
Yes, I would even say the second one. I kind of combine them. Like I think he's great at both.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So they all get out. They confront the Magi, who basically saved their friend before Imhotep could finish them off, basically. And Rick, brags, "No, I shot him already." He's like, and then the guy basically tells him, "Mortal weapons can't kill this thing."
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah,
like,
that-
"He never eat, he won't eat, never sleeps, he will never stop." I do like that quote. I'm like, okay, you're building up Imhotep really well here as a threat.
Agreed. I agree with that. I like I said, man, like that guy. I don't know his name. Like we were talking about, like the one. Just
Oded Fair. Let me
Yeah.
find the character's name. Let me look that up real quick.
The one from the Justice League Unlimited. You're talking about the voice actor. I know I keep on saying this, but like I really do like him in this movie. And
Ardeth Bay. That's the guy's name.
okay,
Oded Fair's character.
yeah, I thought he was a great character. Like I thought, like he was one of my favorite characters in the second movie coming up. Honestly,
Yeah, because I love like the mystery. He like even in the second one, he has this like mystery about him.
yeah,
And Oded Fair, let's just be real, he has a great voice. He just does.
Yeah.
Every scene where he's talking about the creature, it's like, I don't know, because I know you're not really into horror, but it reminds me of Dr. Loomis with Michael Myers. The way he describes Michael Myers is the way he's describing the creature. Like it builds up the creature as a threat. And then we cut back to the creature because Benny is still there. He doesn't, I guess he got lost, right?
yeah, second shit.
So the creature shows up, and I'll admit this scene is funny. Benny has all the religious fucking artifacts, all the imagery.
Yeah, he's got the crucifix. Like he's got all of it. Like
He used I think the Buddha symbol, and he started
Yeah.
speaking Buddha. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't think that's gonna work.
yeah, then he's like all of a sudden he starts. He pulls out the Star of David, and the guy's like, "Oh, you speak the language of the slaves." I'm like, "Okay, that was a nice callback."
So
Biblical.
Imhotep basically convinces him, if you join me, which I was telling you this. I know Benny's a sack of shit, but in this moment, I feel like majority of people would choose die or potentially work with the guy who could kill you, but won't.
Yeah,
I feel like most people are gonna pick that.
yeah,
Because also Imhotep promises him gold, right? If you help
Yeah.
me get he wants all the artifacts because they have all his intestines.
Yeah.
That's what's in them. And they took it because they just assumed it was like treasure, right? Gold.
yeah. Oh, of course, yeah, of course.
So, and I think he also wanted the book back because we find out later his plot is he wants to bring Nox on the Moon back.
Yeah.
So we cut to the next day. Rick and Evie are arguing because Rick's trying to leave. He's like, "We got to get out of here. We
Yeah,
woke up a mummy. This is
This
not
shit
our
ain't
fight."
working. We gotta get out.
And she's like, "No, we woke it up, so we got to fight.
Yeah,
So like, we got to stay here and try to stop it." And he's like, "You could stay here and try to save the world." I love when Rick said that.
he's like, "Nah, we gotta get the fuck out of here. This ain't working, sister. We gotta go."
Contract terminated.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when she closes the fucking her like luggage and on his hand, not gonna lie, I've had that happen to me before.
Not a good day. in the
So
neighborhood.
so they he storms off. They go to like a bar, right? Him and Jonathan
Yeah,
meeting up with the other guys. While this happens, we come back to the guy who lost his eyes and tongue.
Yeah.
For some reason, he let in Imhotep, and I know he's blind. I know, but it is like, why did you let him in? Did you not hear his voice? Did you not think this is sus?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
that scene was kind of like, okay, this guy's an idiot.
yeah, this guy's kind of dumb. You let them in? I know you're blind, but God.
You this retarded?
So Benny's like telling him, thank you for giving your tongue and eyes, but Imhotep wants more, and you got to thank your friends for taking all these treasure. And Imhotep basically, you don't see him do it, but what he does is he sucks your life force essentially.
Yeah.
So every time he does that, he slowly becomes like he gets his human form back slowly.
Yep.
So you see it in the second one, though. I will say that you actually see him do it in the second movie. But so he does that, and while they're all, I think the rest of the guys are like drinking, right? Because Rick sees an old like war buddy.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this guy's gonna come, some old timer who's gonna come back later. Mind that. So they end up drinking, but it turns out I think they were like drinking wine, and then when they took a shot, it started tasting like blood.
Yeah.
And that's when things started going haywire because now asteroids are falling from the sky.
Yep.
Which even that looked good. The effects for that.
Yeah.
The way they shot like the carnage, and yeah, Rick meets up with Evie, and then you hear Imhotep roaring in the distance. Yep. You just see Benny run away.
Yep.
Rick tries to like confront him, but Imhotep does more, so Benny gets a chance to get away. So they get inside, and you see Imhotep basically slowly getting his skin back. Like he's still mummified, but he's clearly getting more human a little bit.
Slowly but surely he's coming back.
I do like that scene though, where you actually see him transforming in real time, and the effects look good, even in that scene.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, and Rick is like shooting him, and it's just not working, and Imhotep just like fucking throws him onto the other people. And he tries to talk to Evie, then a cat shows up, and Imhotep, because you come to find out they don't like cats because they're the guardians of the underworld.
Yep.
So they don't like cats. At least in this form, Imhotep's scared of cats. And he turns into like a giant sand thing, which that looked good too. And he leaves, and then this is where they confront Evie's boss, who turns out he's in on it with Aref Bey. He actually knows about Imhotep and the Hamunaptra stuff and the curse. And this scene is just there so you can get more info. Like, this is where they basically realize Imhotep's plan on using Evie to bring Anax on the moon back.
Yeah.
And that if the creature gets full power, he's not going to be scared of cats anymore.
No, he's going to be pretty much immortal. He ain't to worry about none of that shit.
So, because then you see a shot of the moon, like a black moon hitting the sun.
Yeah.
Which that looked good.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Like, there's so many just good shots in this movie. And then we see Imhotep slowly tracking the guy with the red hat. You see him walking, and you see Imhotep stalking him in the background.
Yeah.
And Rick ends up finding Benny digging at this, like... Actually, no. Before that, we missed a scene. We're back at where Evie is. Because Rick and Evie are, like, out, right? While this happens.
Mm-hmm.
Imhotep comes in. You see him as Sandform, and he kills one of the Americans. And this is where basically we're one step away from Imhotep being full human form again. Because the only thing missing is like his teeth are still mummified. That's about it. But basically the rest of him is human at this point. Which that scene is crazy because you just see him as sand, and you see the guy go from full body, and it's like just draining his life force. And he's like a fucking skeleton.
Yeah.
Gets into the room with Evie, tries to kiss her, which that scene is just fuck, dude. You're kissing a mummy.
Yeah.
Fuck. and Rick manages to scare Imhotep off with a cat.
Yeah, the cat. I think the cat hissed. Like he's just like, no, not the cat again.
No, not the yeah.
Yeah.
So he runs off, and that's when Rick and Jonathan go out, and this is where they find Benny at this like area, built this building.
Yeah.
Because Benny's looking for shit, but they find Benny, and this is where basically Benny is forced to reveal what he's doing with Imhotep. And they're like torturing him and force him to give the plan that Imhotep wants the book back. And
in this scene, real quick, Trey, before we move on, when Rick finds him, he just gets that chair and just chucks that.
Yeah, he chucks it at him, dude. I'm like, fuck.
It was such a great it was a great action scene. It was also like great for comedy. It's like he just like threw that thing. He's like, wham! He's like, oh shit!
And Benny got yeeted in the back. It got him right in the back. It was like, fuck.
Yeah, dead center mass. It was funny as shit. I watched it with you.
Yeah, okay. And then he's like, "Oh, that's all he wants is the book and your sister." The way he drops that, it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy, dude.
What's he want the book for? And then he's like, "I don't know." And then Rick's holding up to the ceiling while it's
he's pressing
the ceiling fan.
I don't want to know this fan's gonna take your head off.
Yeah, and those were like those old timey ceiling fans. So those are probably like really sharp.
Yeah.
So, but something happens outside because you just hear a guy scream, and I think he either punches Rick in the chest or in the dick. I don't remember which one it was.
I think it's in the testicle. Yeah.
Yeah, he hits him in the nuts. Benny just jumps out the fucking window.
Yeah, I'm out.
And then they look down and you see Imhotep get another soul.
Yeah. He's becoming more powerful, Yeah.
Yeah, he has the book back and everything too.
Yep.
And then he's just like a bunch of flies. And they just literally almost all cover the screen. It is fucking crazy. So this is where they go. I think they go to because they have to find out what can stop Imhotep at this point. So Evie ends up finding out that they got to find the book, the other book, the Book of the Living, which does the opposite of the Book of the Dead. So they end up finding that Imhotep basically, I'm assuming mind controls the rest of the people and they become like zombies essentially to him.
Yeah, they're under his control, like his spell. Well, not spell. We know what I mean. Like
Imhotep. They all start chanting that.
Yeah.
So, and then she's like, "Patience is a virtue. Not right now. It isn't. I would be Rick too." I'm like, "Not right now."
Yeah, the one scene, we're talking about this scene, like Jonathan's trying to get the car ready together. They're trying to escape.
Yeah.
And all the zombies come up towards him. He's like looking at him. All of a sudden, he starts to blend in with them. Like, he just starts walking backwards to get the car.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Yeah, and like Imhotep. He's like,
yeah. And then
so because they actually believe him too. They like because they were all ready to attack him, and then he starts chanting that, and they all like put their weapons down.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's one of us. Okay, never mind. Continue.
Yeah, so he gets the car ready. Everybody starts to get in the car, and then Benny's like, "They're over here! They're over here!"
And all of a sudden, the main villain starts telling them all like in this weird chant or weird language, like they're over here, blah blah. And like you just get like Rick looking at Benny, they're driving off, and he's like, "You're gonna get yours! You're gonna get yours!" Like, oh, like I haven't heard that before. It's like,
yeah, and he got Imhotep. He does like his big roar, which that looks good. Because his face is still mummified. He's not full on human form yet.
Yep.
So unfortunately, the last of the Americans falls off the car because initially they get pinned, so they're stuck. So Rick decides, we're just gonna ram them. And you gotta remember, this is one of these old cars. There's no interior. It's like there's no roof or anything.
Yeah.
So these guys can grab them from the outside. So unfortunately, one of them, I think, they grab the last American, right?
Yeah.
One of the guys on the outside.
Yep.
And he's like shooting them. He's getting a couple of them. But then they all stop coming at him, and he thinks, okay, it's all good. Imhotep shows up. That's why they stopped.
Yeah.
And basically, Imhotep claims his last soul, and now he's fully regenerated at this point. Now he's full on human form Imhotep now, and he has the rest of the characters pinned, and he's basically saying, "We will spare you if you give us Evie."
The book, yeah,
And the book, yeah.
because they want
And
Evie.
then, yeah,
Too.
and you got the scene with Betty taking the lock thing
Yeah,
from Jonathan. Jonathan's like, hey.
yeah. He's like, hey. He's like, thank you for your contribution. Blah blah blah. And I like it.
So
But Rick would not like. He does not want to give up Evie. She does.
No.
She only just goes and like.
and he's like, there's tomorrow. And then even Ardette's like, live today, fight tomorrow.
Yep.
And then Evie's like, you can come get us tomorrow. You'll
Yep.
know where we'll be at.
Yep.
And if he mummifies me, you're the first one I'm coming after, because it's implied it has to do with your love. So she basically reveals she loves Rick in this scene.
Yeah.
And then Imhotep fucking reneges on the deal pretty quick. He's like, kill them.
Yep. Kill them all.
And then her boss basically tells everybody to go. He's like screaming, go! And then he's trying to ward them off because they end up finding an escape route, which is like the sewers.
Yep.
So they all go down, but he decides, and Rick's like, come on. He's like, no, go. And he basically sacrifices himself.
Yep.
Because he gets killed. Yeah, they overtake him. We jump ahead a day. Rick's talking to that old timer who you saw earlier in the movie. And basically says, and then the guy asks, is it dangerous? Kill the bad guy, save the girl, you might die. And he's like, oh.
Okay.
Like, he's like, I'm in. Yeah. So we get a funny scene of them on the plane, and Rick's like checking on everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's asking Jonathan, are you all right? He's like, what bloody hell, look all right?
Yeah, he's saying so there's only two rooms. Like there's the cockpit between the captain and the co-captain.
Yeah.
The co-pilot. And like the other two are on the wings, legit. They're all on the wings, just
they're on the wings. Yeah.
It's freaking hilarious that scene was.
And then I love when he asks Ardeth, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
While this happens, Imhotep gets back to Hymenoptera. I guess because he basically took him travel through the sands. This is implied that's what he can do. He can travel through sands, essentially. When he gets there, he sees the plane, so he triggers basically it's like almost like a force projection of himself, but it's sand.
Mm-hmm.
And they do this again in the second movie, but it's water. I'll admit it doesn't look as good in the second one, but it looks really good in this movie when it's sand. Mm-hmm. You see his face in the sand. They're trying to shoot the sand, and they're trying to evade it, which I thought that scene was pretty good. Oh, we haven't talked about the music. The music is so good in this movie. Very Indiana Jones, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Score.
Yeah.
Like, very adventure movie.
Yeah, it's very... I don't know who did this. I don't think it was Hans Zimmer, was it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, like, the music's really good. The scores of this movie, the movie is really good, too. Like, it's really, really good.
Yeah. Oh, the music, Jerry Goldsmith did the music.
Jerry Goldsmith, okay.
I think he did Rambo or First Blood. I could have swore he did one of the Rambo movies too.
Yeah, I was gonna say he might have done that.
But yeah, this music is good. Very adventure, and I love Egyptian too, especially when they get to Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
So while Imhotep's doing the mummy projection thing, to distract him, Evie kisses him, which stops him from doing it. But unfortunately, the plane's still already overtaken, so they end up crashing. But not everybody dies. Just the old man dies. And unfortunately, where the plane fell, it was quicksand.
Yep.
So he gets basically dragged under.
He died a hero's death. So
very much, yeah. So they try to sneak their way into the tomb while Imhotep basically gets ready for the ceremony of bringing Nox on the moon back. He realizes people that Rick and his people have invaded, so he triggers the priests he awakens his priests. So you get other mummies in the movie.
Yep.
And you have a quick fight scene with them, Rick. Well, before that, they all find the room full of basically gold. And Jonathan's like, can we just, and Rick's like, no.
Yeah, he just wants to take and get out of there. It's like, no, we're not taking it.
Yeah, so this is where the mummies all wake up. That Imhotep basically woke up.
Yeah.
And we get basically a shootout where seemingly Adep sacrifices himself. Actually, before that, Jonathan finds that thing that the scarabs are, but one of them wakes up and gets in his arm, and then Rick has to like cut his arm to cut it out.
Yeah.
And he shoots it.
Yeah. He had to like get the knife and just go in there and start digging and carving them out. Like, oh god.
Yeah. Ow, dude. Just ow. I gotta say. That's all I gotta say to that. Ow.
Yeah, dude. Ugh, I'm not gonna lie, it was a shiver down my spine. I'm not gonna lie about it. Like,
yeah, dude. Every time you see it in someone's skin, it's just like, oh god.
Ugh.
And I'm one who can usually handle gore. Fuck.
Yeah. Same here. That just
so. Yeah, so Adep seemingly sacrifices himself. Triggers like a dynamite to explode to kill like the rest of the Imhotep's priests.
Yeah.
So Imhotep's doing the ceremony. He does awaken Anck-su-namun, but she's mummified. And he plans to basically, I think he's going to stab Evie in the chest. So he can transfer Anck-su-namun's soul into her.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Trade essence, I guess you can say. Like, trading bodies, whatever. Yeah.
So Rick does get there, but then Imhotep triggers another set of mummies. These are like guards.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are no joke. They can leap. They have a bunch of weapons. So, but before that, Rick does get in there. He frees Evie. But yeah, then those guard guys show up and they basically give Rick a hard time.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And I love the part where Rick gets into a corner and he seemingly escapes. And you just hear a roar and he's just running back.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I like the part where like you're talking about where he saves her and it's just like all of a sudden, like, she's like, keep him busy. And he's like, okay, no problem. Like, I'm just getting my ass kicked by the guy. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, he's just getting fucked up.
I'll keep him busy, guys.
Yeah, because before that, he kills the rest of the last of the priest guys.
Yeah.
Before that.
Yeah.
Because there was one scene which I like where he uses the guy's arm.
Yeah.
He's trying to grab at the sword. And he grabs the guy's arm and just with the sword and uses it as a weapon.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so the guard guys show up and Jonathan and Evie are trying to figure out how to control them.
Mm-hmm.
Because she basically tells them if you have that book, you can use it to control them. While this is happening, Evie's almost getting killed because Anck-su-namun grabs a knife and basically is trying to finish the ritual, essentially, herself. So she's chasing Evie. Rick's just getting his ass beat because people don't know. Brendan Fraser is actually taking these stunts. So like the scenes where he's getting like thrown around and shit, that's actually him. Like he's actually taking those bumps.
Yeah.
He did his own stunts.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, like because I think he got injured a couple times. Yeah, he's like those scenes where he's getting thrown to the wall. That's him. Oof. That's all him.
Wow.
So, Jonathan manages to read the book and finish off the reading, and he's able to control Imhotep's guards because basically Imhotep's guards have Rick dead to rights at this point. They all have like their spears pointed at him, and they're all about to stab him. And he reads it, and they stop. And then Imhotep's like, "What the fuck? Why are you stopping?" And he's like trying to order them to kill him, but they're not doing anything. And then Jonathan basically redirects them to kill Anck-su-namun.
And the guy had to see his girlfriend die twice in one. And
basically, in 2 lifetimes because she ends up getting killed. There's like a shadow shot of them like stabbing her, which looks pretty good. And Imhotep's like pissed off at this point. He's like going Jonathan. I think Yeah, he throws Jonathan around. He's like choking him, and
Oh
then
yeah.
Rick slices his arm, but it
Yep.
doesn't do shit. And Imhotep is like, "That was a joke," and then he throws Rick around, and then he like screws his arm back on.
Yeah.
So Rick and at this point, Evie and Jonathan have to read because this is where they're reading the Gold Book now. So, which is the book of the living. So
Right.
while they read that, Rick is just getting his ass beat. He is
Yeah,
just
dude.
getting thrown around.
He's getting thrown
And
around like a rag doll, honestly. So he's just getting like
yeah,
owned.
yeah. So they managed to read it, and like these chariot guys show up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like something happens, and seemingly nothing happens. Is he's still charging at Rick, but then Rick puts up his sword, ends up stabbing Imhotep, and Evie says, "Oh, he's mortal." It makes him mortal, so it takes his powers away.
Yeah.
So he ends up dying, and he falls into this pit, and you see him slowly go to mummy form again.
Mm-hmm.
And the tomb starts to fall apart, as you do in these movies. So the tomb's like starting to destroy itself now and crumble. Oh, while this is happening, Benny finds the gold, and he has an opportunity to leave because he already has one sack full of gold, and he puts it on a camel, but he decides to go back in and get more.
Yep.
But he unfortunately, and you do see Rick try to save him. You do.
Yeah, that's
He
what I'm
does try.
saying. Yeah, I was gonna say, even though Rick knows he's a slimy sack of shit, he still didn't want the guy to die. He just wanted to get his
Yeah,
he just wanted him to get his comeuppance. I don't think he wanted him to actually die, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Because he does try to save him, but then the thing closes. He's like, later, Benny.
yeah,
So Benny, he's locked in with the gold. You think everything's fine, but then the ground starts to shift, and it's the Sierra beetles. So he's locked in with a room full of scarabs, and we're left to assume he died in that room.
yeah. Well,
So they
yeah, his lantern one, or not his lantern, but his man, what do you call it here?
like his light thing.
Yeah, his light source went out. He didn't have no more oxygen, so it was pretty much game over for him. He was done.
Yeah, because you hear the scarabs coming closer and closer.
Yep.
They managed to make it outside, and we see that Adeth's actually alive.
Yep.
He actually survived that whole thing. Basically just kind of bids them farewell. You know, they had one last little moment together. Rick gets the girl in the end. Him and Evie kiss. And
Right off into the sunset with the camels.
And then you see, well, because I think Jonathan says, "Oh, we didn't get any treasure," but come to find out, they actually did because they're on the camel that Benny left some of that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you see the camel in the corner, and then they kind of ride off into the sunset, basically.
Yep. And that's pretty much the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Trey, I guess we'll just give our rating for it, and I guess we'll get out of here.
Yeah. If I were to rate it's cinema, absolute cinema. This is a movie I watch religiously. This is probably like in my top 10 of all time. The amount of times I rewatch this movie just every year, no matter what time of year, is often. This movie is a big part of my childhood. I think it's the perfect adventure movie. You got your love story in there. You got some horror elements in there. Fun characters.
And you got some masculinity too. It's
not
like
masculinity. Yeah, Rick is a badass.
Yeah.
And Imhotep's a great villain. Arnold Vosloo really nails it as Imhotep. And the Imhotep effects look really good. Like they hold up.
Yeah.
Like but yeah, cinema, that's really all I gotta say. It's a perfect film.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on that. I'm gonna piggyback up on yours. I'm gonna go with cinema too. This movie really does hold up. Like I said, I've not watched it in a long time. And this movie's really, really good. I can definitely see why they try to make a Scorpion King with The Rock. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
Never
But
see
it
why
was,
they died.
but the second one's pretty good too, which we are going to get to next weekend.
Yeah. Next
But
Sunday
yeah,
marks the
yeah,
25th
next Sunday.
anniversary when it came out in the theaters. So
Mhm.
hopefully you guys will join us on then. Trey, you got anything else to promote before we got here?
Subscribe to Pin Down. I do not know if we'll be live on Monday. If not, Saturday, as
Yeah.
usual.
Definitely Saturday.
And yeah, that's about it for me.
Yeah, so thanks for everyone being here in the chat. Appreciate it. We see Calix, we see Metalong in here, and we also see I thought Jaluk was in here, but I guess not. I guess I misread that. But yeah, good to see you, Metalong. It's been a minute, so hope you're
Yeah,
doing
it's
well.
been a minute. Hope you're doing well, bro.
So I'll try to be there. Okay. Well, if not, we have it on replay. So there's that.
Yeah,
Too.
he has always the replay. So
But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all next time. Until then,
yeah,
peace.
peace.